Welcome to another episode of Life Chats. My name is Kevin. This is Michael. Michael, you've been really busy with the trailer. Link to that down below. Just give me something else to do. Why don't you?
I didn't even say
it's
it.
not enough for me to edit the... Yeah. No, you're right. You didn't say anything.
I said nothing. I want the record.
I offer something and then I complain about it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't have to offer it.
Yeah, so. I know. It's only like one thing. It takes like 2 seconds.
Or you can edit the videos.
No,
so welcome to another episode of Life Chats. So you were telling me, Michael, that while you were busy editing the trailer for your movie, that you went down a dark rabbit hole
of
YouTube known as Dr. Phil.
I did a
5-minute long video.
I had. You know what? In my free time, I went through a few YouTube rabbit holes. I went through a Dr. Phil phase, which we're going to talk about, and then I went through a divorce court phase. And man, I'm telling you, I think
my wife and kids. No.
no. I didn't have that kind of time. But I kind of developed a little crush on the judge there. I'm just saying. I just was like, girl, you and I, we see eye to eye. I'm on your wave, man. But the Dr. Phil thing, my God, how as a society, how do we not implode when this crap's going on?
So what are you talking about, man?
Well, there's a variety of things, but one thing that really, I guess, struck a chord with me for no particular reason.
Yeah, and what's that, Mike?
There was a lot of videos on infidelity and trying to repair a relationship.
Let's not.
Anyway,
no.
And so Dr. Phil said something that was interesting, and I wanted your take on it as well. Do you think that a relationship can go back to being healthy? And I'm not done yet. Happy and healthy, and can move forward if infidelity has happened. Dr. Phil says that it can be. Dr. Phil's entitled to his opinion, but it's wrong. So, Kevin, my boy.
So, for the record, I thought I was the host of the show.
Well, you were.
I'm the one that asks you questions. Oh. So let me just flip that question back to you. Whatever you just said.
Okay.
So, in your experience, Michael, you would say that you're laughing because you know that. In your experience, Michael, I know that you think that once a partner, although,
here we go.
With your not the most recent ex, but the one before, with the exes that were buying her stuff, and you took her back.
I didn't want to get that personal, but
I'm not dropping names. Who knows who we're talking about?
Oh, some people do know what you're talking about.
So you're saying that infidelity ruins a relationship. You can't look past it, and yet you did.
Okay, I did. Hey, we didn't know. Not me. But, hold on. Don't say anything. Just sit.
Crawl out of that.
Just
hole.
sit there.
Yeah.
Just sit there. I'll tell you something, okay? And it's interesting. I've been having a lot of relationship talks these last few days. People coming to me with this. I don't stop it. Just sit there. So a guy's a wise guy, eh?
He's a wise
guy. So I'll tell you. You're killing me here, Kevin. You threw me off. Okay. Now I'm jaded more than before.
Just answer the question, man.
I think no, and I think, you know what? You are naive and you are your head in the clouds if you believe at any level that it can get back to the way it was, and just as based on stories that I've heard, people that I know, experiences I may or may not have had. It's,
you did have.
I didn't want to get personal.
Is this the advice that you're giving yourself?
If I could go back in time, absolutely,
yes.
I'd have this chat. Boom, 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 you idiot. But I'll tell you something. The only way I learn. But I'll tell you something. It will never, ever, ever, ever get back to the way it was. And it was interesting because I was watching one of these Dr. Phil clips. really gotta stop. But it's a problem. But this wife cheats on the husband, and then the wife gets confused why the husband is always suspecting the wife whenever she's leaving for a night or just having a dinner. Well, no, Sherlock, because the last time she did this, she said she was going out with her friends, and now she's surprised that the husband doesn't believe her and has all this anxiety. Well, of course he's gonna feel that way. Dr. Phil's like, well, I think it can get back to it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not at all. And I will tell you, there are so many other scenarios where you forgive them once, you're a fool. Forgive them twice, you're an idiot. 3 times, you just deserved it. So it's just, and we were talking about this before with, I don't know if it was with Christina or it might have been just with us. We have done so many of these now.
We have.
Shout out. But oh god. The forgiveness thing.
There you go.
Because I got so many thoughts on the subject. Forgiveness thing. You forgive them once, and then they think, oh, okay, they forgive me. Oh, happy. I can keep doing this, and they'll just, if they love me, they'll forgive me. No, you get any inkling, you find any kind of proof that's suspicious, you cut the cord. I know, emotional compromising, it's hard, but stuff that I've been telling people just based on the knowledge that I have here, I think it's absolutely insane that the wife was playing the victim in all this. I'm just like, well, if you hadn't gone out and been a thought, that's a new term I've picked up, then
old now, but I'm glad that you're just going into it now.
I'm a slow learner.
That's good.
If you hadn't gone out there and put your family and yourself in this position, maybe your husband wouldn't be like this. Because I guarantee you, he wasn't like this before. And I think they even said he wasn't like this before. But then all of a sudden he changed. You went and you had an affair. You had an affair. Of course he's gonna change. You know how much the damage to the ego that has on a person. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. Give me your head a shake. You can't be that stupid. Or was your head banging on the headboard too many times? Anyway, that's my thoughts. That's all I gotta say about that.
So, are you this angry because you can empathize with the husband?
I empathize because the whole reason why this started...
No, because of what your past experience is, because you're getting more vocal about this than I would.
Mm-hmm.
And would you say that your past experiences are making you this angry because you can relate to this guy? Because I can say, to my knowledge, I'm not saying it hasn't been done.
Right.
I'm saying to my knowledge, I have not been cheated on. Not that I'm aware of. So I can't... And I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I'm just saying I don't know about it. So... I don't get as invested in this story as you do.
Well, I just don't like seeing innocent people getting hurt. I mean, obviously, I'm doing this a little bit. I just don't. I empathize there, and okay, but and you don't have to answer this question. You don't have to answer that. I'm not going to put you on the spot. Really, I'm just going to throw that question out there. Don't have to answer it. You don't even have to address it. It's just for yourself, for your inner Kevin to think about here. Have you ever played more than one person at once?
No.
Well, okay. I told you didn't have to answer it, but you went ahead and did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks because you take great people, and trust. Trust is a big thing with me. Trust is a huge thing. I don't do it now, but it's long gone. It's like a little dot.
Yeah, it's way out.
Oh, it's way out there. You're never gonna get it back, and it just sucks to see these people.
Is that trust in people or in certain people?
Oh,
just people
all across the board. Because you
don't trust people. You don't trust me.
That's different, But I'll tell you, it's just in terms of relationships. I mean, it's just and because we're in that hookup culture now. We're in the hookup culture. We've talked about this before. It's very hard, and then it's funny when you hear I know people who have cheated on people before, and then they're like, "Man, people aren't loyal these days." I spit out my drink. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, is that not so hypocritical?
I'm like, "Oh."
But see, you know what the thing is, Mike? I do.
And we're out of time. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, I would kindly disagree with you in that I think that if couples undergo therapy, like if they talk about their problems.
Okay, keep going.
What's with this?
No, keep going.
What's with this?
No, keep going. I want you to finish your point. Please keep going.
So you don't think therapy works? You don't think talking about issues works? You don't think that if this cuckold of a guy
or girl, I mean,
no, I'm saying Dr. Phil, if this I cut myself off.
I don't think you did.
I didn't get to the K. I got after you said it, I got to the K. If this cuckold of a guy is undergoing anxiety over his wife cheating on him, you do one of two things. One, you ask her, what caused this? Let's work around this. And two, if it's insurmountable, then don't waste your time. Marriage is marriage. I understand that. But you know what? If it's a dead end and the writing's on the wall, all you can do is get out of there.
True, absolutely. I mean, it's much more difficult if you have a kid and you're married and all that crap. But
people do it anyway, man.
Oh, God.
So I would say yes. If you can work about your problems, then infidelity can be fixed. If you can't talk about your problems, or if there's a problem that can't be overcome, then you remove yourself from that relationship.
I say remove completely, because you know what? We all have our default settings, okay? And it will never ever...
Okay, we all have our default settings, okay?
We all have our default settings, okay? I don't think therapy, in terms of... It will never... you can go through the therapy. You can go through that. But look, that act happened. You can't change it. And it's always going to put a stain on the relationship. I don't care. I have never seen it ever work out. Because you know what? If you ever get into a fight after that... Oh, yeah, remember the time you were seeing someone behind my back? You have this person now who has this anxiety, who has trust issues, and you're gonna tell me that's not like it's gonna change them? Absolutely not. You can have all the meetings, talk about all your feelings all you want. It's not gonna change the fact that happened, and that's gonna change somebody for the worse. All right? Because whenever they go out, that's always gonna be on the back of their mind now. And you know what? I'm sorry. This is the first time I think we're gonna disagree about this.
I get what you're saying, man. I understand that if you were to get into a fight with someone and you would use that as ammunition against them to hurt them later, but have you never made a mistake in your life? Have you ever not disappointed your parents? That's a whole other video. That's a whole other video. And you have not ruined... You can't say that you've never ruined someone else's trust in you ever.
I gotta think about that.
And do they not forgive you because they move on and they deal with it, and if it happens again, then that's the thing. I mean, parents can't really... I mean, they can just ignore you, and they can tell you to hit the road. But relationships, friendships, does anything stick out in your mind? Like, for me, because I'm not someone who talks behind people's backs, and I don't... Anything I say behind someone's back, I will say to their face, which I have said to you multiple times. But I just think that trust is something that I agree with you. That trust is something that takes a long time to build up and can be destroyed like that.
Yeah.
But you're saying that once that person's gone, nothing that person can do can ever get them back to that place of their original.
I don't think it can ever get back to that happy place, because then you always think, oh well, this, you look at, like, let's just say you look at a picture and you go, oh wow, that was the time when, I don't ever, and not to say that because I haven't seen it, it doesn't happen, but I have never seen where that sort of thing has happened and they live like the rest of their lives happily ever after. Now, one of my favorite rom-coms, Crazy Stupid Love, like the movie, hated the way it ended.
Oh, you did?
I did not. Even back in high school now. This is back in high school. Hated the ending. I hated that they got back together. Spoiler alert. I hated that. I was cheering for Steve Carell. Like, yeah, go for number 10, buddy. Let's go. But
instead, no.
No. I was just like, well,
Well, see, and you know what? Because you're saying that we live in a hookup culture, I think a lot of people undergo these kind of issues in their relationships because of accessibility, like Tinder, and I mean Tinder's old news now, but all
what's the new ones these kids are using these days?
Like, I can't. I've been out of the game for so long, man. I don't even know. So it's just accessibility. People have the option to meet other people in their relationships. So you know what? I understand that this was probably a lot of people's main issue with relationships. We know your 2 cents. We know my cent. Let us know down below what you think of this.
And look, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but you have to be realistic.
You gotta call it for what it is.
You gotta call a spade a spade. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
Anyway, shout out to Dr. Phil. Thank you so much for the inspiration for this video. Shout out to Michael, who worked tirelessly to make this trailer. Seriously, go check it out.
It was a team of people, but there's been a team of people.
Go support it in whatever way you can. If that's just exposure, just get the word out there. You worked really hard on it. It looks amazing.
This is just, you know what's funny? That's only step 1.
It took us months to get
there. Oh my god, it took like 5 months to get there.
Let us know what you think about this down below. Can you forgive your partner if they cheat on you? Do you kick them to the curb? Is it that easy, or is it just that? Let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright guys, take care.
Stay loyal.